Chicken Soup for Little Souls, The Best Night Out with Dad by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen, illustrated by Bert Dodson.
You mean you've never been to a circus before? Danny asked the big-eyed little kid.
The boy reached for his dad's hand and looked down and shook his head no. Danny was sorry he'd said it like that. The boy's clothes were mended and his sneakers were almost worn through. Maybe his family couldn't afford the circus before, Danny thought. Danny was wearing the sweatshirt his dad had bought him the last time they went to the circus. It was his favorite shirt, with a big picture of Thor, the famous circus tiger on it. That's what the little kid had noticed. That's why he had asked Danny what the circus was like.
What's your name? Danny asked him.
Vincent, said the boy, smiling again.
Well, Vincent, get ready for the night of your life. The circus has every cool thing you can think of. First, you'll smell the popcorn and hear the big band playing. The ringmaster will come out in his shiny red coat and top hat. In his boomy voice, he'll say stuff like, "Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages." Acrobats come tumbling out. They jump and leapfrog and turn somersaults and cartwheels. They spin hoops on their arms and legs. The jugglers toss rings and balls and all kinds of stuff in the air, and everyone parades around in their sparkly costumes. Then the music gets all mysterious. The lights lower almost to darkness. A blue mist creeps in and fills the ring. All of a sudden, 2 white horses charge out of the darkness, their flowing manes shimmering in the misty fog. They rear up on their hind legs and dance around their trainers. The lights go up and the music gets faster. The horses break into a speedy gallop around the ring, jumping through hoops that get higher and higher. More horses come out with riders on them. The riders do flips off the horses, each one landing on the horse behind her. The lights get low again. The music changes. The spotlight moves up, up, up to the high wire. A woman tiptoes across. She stands on one leg. She does a split on the wire. A man walks out on the wire too. He does jumps and scissor kicks. He does backwards somersaults. Do they ever fall off?
Vincent urgently whispered.
Oh, sure. That's what makes the circus so dangerous and exciting.
Vincent nervously bit his lip. Danny said,
I'm just kidding, buddy. They almost never fall off. They're real pros.
Vincent let out a big sigh.
Oh, what else? What else? He begged.
Let's see. There's the dogs. Yeah, the dogs do some really cool tricks. And the clowns. The clowns are awesome. Some walk on stilts so they look about as tall as a house. Others ride super high unicycles or drive these wacky little cars or throw pies at each other. The acrobats are really cool too. They hang from rings and twist their bodies up like pretzels. Then on the ground, 2 of them clasp their arms together and toss their brother up in the air. He does somersaults in the air and then comes back and lands in their arms. They throw him up again and he lands on his brother's shoulders. Then each flip themselves up on top of the top guy's shoulder until they're like a huge human totem pole. And wait till you see the bears in their tutus. The dancing bears will crack you up. Some of them ride motorcycles and do wheelies.
What about the elephants?
Asked Vincent. He was so wound up he could barely spit the words out.
What do the elephants do?
Well, they dance ballet for one thing. They stand up on their hind legs and carry people around in their mouths. And the coolest part is when an elephant holds a girl by his trunk and spins her around really fast. And the trapeze artists, they really fly. One swings across a trapeze, then lets go. Another one catches her legs and swings her upside down. Then he lets go and she does somersaults in midair. She switches trapezes with a new guy who's just swung in. Then blindfolded, the new guy does a triple somersault. Danny's father bought their tickets and said, "Ready, sport?"
"Wait, Dad," said Danny. Then to Vincent, he said, "But that's not even the best. The best, the very coolest act in the circus is Thor. Wait till you see the giant cat in action."
Vincent's eyes were as big and round as saucers.
"This is gonna be the best birthday I ever got," he yelled.
Vincent hopped up and down with excitement as his dad stepped up to the window. The ticket agent shook her head. "I'm sorry, sir. The management doesn't accept this coupon anymore. You'll have to pay full price." Vincent's father stood still. In a small voice, Vincent said,
"What's the matter, Dad? Buy the ticket."
"He doesn't have the money," Danny thought. His heart sank as Vincent's father closed his wallet and gently pulled Vincent out of the line. Vincent wouldn't see the circus. All of Danny's excitement melted away until he felt like crying. He looked up at his dad and whispered, "What can we do?" Danny's father thought for a moment, and then he said, "You know, the courts are open late tonight, son. Would you rather see the same old circus again or shoot some hoops instead?" He handed Danny the 2 tickets he had just bought and saying, "It's up to you." Danny understood right away. He thought about the decision his father was letting him make. A warm, good feeling filled Danny up inside, and a smile crept across his face.
"I guess I could use some practice for Saturday's game," he said.
Vincent and his father were already walking away.
"Hey, Vincent,"
Danny called, running to them. Vincent turned around, wiping his nose on his sleeve.
"What?"
he mumbled. Danny saw the tears streaks on Vincent's face, and for a moment he didn't know what to say.
"I really like telling you about the circus, buddy, and I guess, well, I want you to see it more than I want to see it myself. I've got this basketball game. Anyway, my dad and I are going to go practice, so it turns out we don't need these tickets after all. Really."
Danny held the tickets out to Vincent. Vincent's face lit up like Christmas.
"Can we, Dad?"
Vince's father looked at Danny with eyes full of thanks. Before the man could say anything, Danny pressed the tickets into Vince's hand and ran back to his own dad. Danny's father knelt down and hugged Danny hard. He said, "You did a very kind thing and special thing tonight, son. I'm so proud of you." They didn't see the circus, but to Danny, it was the best night out with his dad ever. The end.